Hey, what's good with y'all? This your boy J-Walk. I'm coming back at y'all with another video. Every video I post is either gonna be entertaining or it's gonna be helpful in life. And today I just want to talk to y'all about breaking the generational curse. Like with us, somebody in this world, they look at us, we look at each other different. Some of us look at each other different. Not everybody, some of us. Some of us look at each other as equal. But with us, I ain't gonna go by color, but I'm gonna just say African Americans. Us African Americans, we need to break the curse of being in competition with each other. What we don't seem to do, we don't seem to work together. We seem to be in competition with one another. We seem to flash about who got the most money, who this and that, and in the end, it's not gonna matter. In the end, it's not gonna matter who got the most money, because everything we earning, it's not gonna carry on with us when we die. So there's no point in being in competition with the other. There's no point in, talking down on the next just because you got more than what somebody else have. It's not worth it. For some people who call themselves a good person or spiritual, and they talk down on the next person, that is not spiritual. Like, I be seeing some YouTubers like Spiritual Soul. He called himself Spiritual Soul, but when you spiritual and you giving, and you got a big fan base like he do, and you talking down on people just because they not on the same level as you, I'm just gonna be real, y'all. Nothing spiritual about that, and it's just crazy. He put himself on a pedestal. And he just called other people bots. And that's his language of calling people that ain't on the same level as him. But when you coming from a spiritual standpoint, you not gonna talk down on anybody. That's just point blank period. Ain't nothing spiritual about you talking down on people. And when you talking spiritual from a spiritual standpoint, it's all gonna come from peace and love. And to me, nothing spiritual about Spiritual Soul. That's the name of his channel, Spiritual Soul. Ain't nothing spiritual about that channel. But that's a topic for another video. But we need to break the generational curses about us doing the impossible. We feel like we're born in a hometown. We feel like we're supposed to stay there for the rest of our life. We feel like getting a job and getting a family, working for someone. We feel like they're just the plan. Our parents feel like that's the plan, and do what they want for us. But with our parents, when you chasing your dream, not most people get to chase their dream or some people give up on their dreams because they don't have good people that just encourage them. Some of their parents may say, well, you not gonna be this, you not gonna be that. Nobody in the family was a millionaire, so you can't. A parent with that lack of encouragement to your child, a parent just don't know what kind of child they got sitting in their house. They don't know what child God gave them. They don't know because they don't push their child to the highest expectation. A parent feel like, well, since everybody else in the family wasn't a millionaire, then you not. They don't know because they don't push you to your high expectations. And we just need to break that generational curse. It's like every black family, they child don't get to prove theyself or prove the type of purpose they have in life because their parents forced them to get a job. Their parents forced them to work somewhere. Their parents forced them at a specific age to get out on their own, push them to get out on their own, and they turned out to be just a normal person with a normal job that pays 16, 17 an hour. You working for somebody, gotta work a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 7. You be having to work that, and that don't even be your purpose. And here you go, you talking to kids younger than you, saying what you wanted to be in life, but you end up being this and that because your parents, they ain't encouraging and encouraging. And sometimes it takes a sacrifice. Sometimes it pushes you to get that discouragement out your life. Sometimes it pushes you the negative feedback. And sometimes it pushes you to push that out your life. And sometimes you have to cut off important people like family. Sometimes you got to step out on faith on your own. Sometimes you got to do that because your parents, they don't push you. And sometimes it takes you on your own to step out on faith and do it on your own. And sometimes it takes that. Like LeBron James, his father left him when he was a child. And him and his mom were homeless. Now look at LeBron James today, he's a billionaire. And he's the greatest player of all time, in my opinion, I feel like. And look how much he does for his family. He encourages people on and off the court, and which is so great. Which is so great about him. And what I love about him, he encourages everybody. He tell people to be who you want to be your purpose in life. If you want to mop floors, if you want to be a janitor, do that. If you want to do that, do it to the best of your ability. If you want to be a photographer, do it to the best of your ability. Sometimes it takes, you got to push important people out your life in order to elevate. Sometimes you got to push important people out your life. And that's for me right now. Like, I'm bringing y'all content. I ain't gonna be able to bring y'all content every day because, I gotta work a job and, I gotta do all that stuff, which I really don't want to do. I really don't want to work a job. I really want to focus on y'all, YouTube. I really want to focus on that. But that's what I have to do in order to stay in my house where I live with my parents. In order to do that, I gotta maintain a job. And sometimes I be feeling like I want to just focus on YouTube. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to work a job, but that's just something I have to do. But I'm going to still get y'all great content and stuff. But I'm just coming to y'all today. Y'all just, the purpose y'all want to do, something you dream of, something you always wanted to be, go for it. Like, just go for it. Like, sometimes you gotta push people away. Sometimes you gotta push important people away. That's something you gotta do. Just go for it. Like, and I know it's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna do that. But what else is that person doing if they not encouraging you or they not pushing you? That's the same, vice versa. If you got a friend that want to do something, like, help that person. Help them just help them. Like, it should be vice versa. We should be helping each other. We should be a team. We shouldn't be in competition with the next person. We shouldn't be in competition. We shouldn't be in competition with each other. Everybody, it's so many ways to get money financially in this generation. It's so many ways. And why envy somebody when you can go do the same thing, or you can do something different and get to the same point they is in life? They work for it, you should work for it also. If you feel like you gotta envy someone, then you don't need to be around them. That's just point blank, period. If you feel like you need to envy someone, you don't need to be around them. If you feel like you need to talk about someone when they not around, or just because they doing better than you, you don't need to be around them. It's just negative energy. And it's not good to envy someone. You're not gonna get nowhere in life envying somebody. It's not just gonna work like that. And for the people you hang around, don't let it be 10 to 12 people, because with us black people in this generation, we can't seem to work together. We seem to be in competition. We seem to pocket watch. We seem to see who got more money than the next person. We seem to do all that, but we not pushing each other. And that's the sad part about it. We not pushing each other. We not working together. You can get two people right now. You can start a business and you can run it up just that quick. With the knowledge we have, with the knowledge us people have, us black people have, we don't never put our knowledge to the test. Most of us are so intelligent, but we don't put it to the test because we worried about the next person. We worried about We worry about the next person. We worry about what they doing. We worry about where they at. We worry about how much they making financially. But we not worried about ourselves. We not worried about where we at in life. We not worried about where we can be in life. And what's our purpose. We not worried about none of that. We just worry about the next person. And I'm here to tell y'all to surround yourself with people who encourage you, who inspire you to be the best you can be. And you inspire them to be the best. You inspire them to be the best them they can be. And that's just point blank simple. You're not going to get nowhere in life by envying people, by hating on people. It's not going to work. And it's not going to work, y'all. And I'm just here to tell y'all that. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. And I'm out, y'all.